Christianity is a New Testament religion, and the Ten Commandments belong to the Old Testament, which is a different religion, Judaism. A New Testament religion. Does this New Testament religion have a new God, or is it the same God? Okay, what's Paul say when he's falsely accused by the council for teaching against the law and Moses? Okay, what does he say? But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call a heresy, so I worship the God of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and the prophets. Okay, in a previous video I showed you Luke 24, where Yeshua comes back from the dead, and he takes the disciples and the apostles back through the scriptures. He opens their eyes to the scriptures. Okay. These people had spent time with him, and now he takes them back and he shows them, and their hearts burned. Okay. Paul just says here, I believe in the law and the prophets. Okay. It's not Judaism. What we're looking for is the way, the path. Narrow is the path, few be that find it. There's a ditch on either side of that path. You go to the right side, and you're into legalism and bringing back the sacrificial laws and throwing out stumbling blocks. Okay? If you're on the left-hand side, depart from me, you who teach lawlessness, or I could quote that scripture, but you know it. It's a Matthew 7, I think. All right, so I never knew you. Depart from me. Yeah, you don't want to be there. No. Okay, so Judaism isn't the Old Testament isn't Judaism. The Old Testament is his way. His way. What were the scriptures that the apostles reference all throughout the Gospels and the New Testament? The scriptures. It is written. It's the Old Testament, guys. Okay? There was no New Testament in 5 AD. The New Testament wasn't canonized till like 300 AD or something. All right? So that covers that. Okay? It's, man, oh man. I mean, Acts 3, 19 through 26 is going to take you to Deuteronomy 18. Okay, that is Yeshua teaching the 10 Commandments. All right, I brought you through those scriptures. Your heart should have burned. Okay, so now let's go to his next point. The 10 Commandments are never listed together in the New Testament, which is the covenant in force now. So, I need to run into town. I tell my kids, hey, stay off the motorcycle until I get back. Okay, they're old enough to take care of themselves, but, you know, if something bad happens on a motorcycle, they don't need to be dealing with that without an adult around. Okay, so I go to town, I come back, and they're on a four-wheeler running around. Okay? And I say, what are you doing? I told you to stay off the motorcycle. And they say, well, we weren't on the motorcycle, we were on the four-wheeler. Okay? They knew what I meant. It's rebellion. Okay? If I say, tell me the ABCs, do I have to go through all 26 letters? Or do you know what I'm talking about when I say the ABCs? Several occasions, Yeshua says, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not, and he goes down the list. Okay? Does he have to get to all 10? Does he have to recite the whole thing? Especially to a lawyer? Or to the rich man who said, oh, the rich young ruler who says, oh, I obeyed him. Well, okay, sell your stuff. Follow me. Now how? We're going to sell our stuff? Follow him? Yeah. You know what? These videos aren't going to make me popular. I can guarantee it. Why? Because we have rebellious hearts. That's just our nature. Okay, so what does some red letters say about this? And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, who owns the sheep, or not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catches them, and scatters the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is a hireling, and careth not for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and have known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even I, so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And the other sheep which I have, which are not of this fold, them I also must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and shall be of one fold, and one shepherd. Therefore doth my Father love me, and because I lay down my life, that I might take it again. No man take it from me, but I lay down of myself. I have power to lay down, and have power to take again. This commandment I have received of my Father. The wolf is tearing the sheepfold apart right now. Turn on the news. Turn on the news, people. Los Angeles going crazy. Los Angeles gets burned up a couple months ago. Just go down the list. North Carolina, volcanoes here and there. Ukraine. Okay? It's war. Pestilence. Famine. And at some point, fire. Okay? Then in verse 16, and another sheepfold which I are not of this fold, them I also must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and they shall be of one fold and one shepherd. Okay? Not Judaism and Gentiles. One fold. Grafted in. Romans 11. No longer a stranger to the commonwealth of Israel, Ephesians 2:12. No longer a stranger to the covenants of promise. Covenant of promise I showed you was straight up renewed at Horeb on the day of the assembly. Okay? These people confuse it. And then the hirelings write stuff like this, and the sheepfold is tore apart because, do you know about the blessings of following the Ten Commandments and the curses for not following the Ten Commandments? Again, turn on the news.